Is the 49ers defense overrated? They call themselves the best defense in the league, but they haven't played like it in a very long time, and their best defensive performances this season were against, frankly, weak offenses. They did a good job against Tua Tagovailoa, who's highly overrated and was missing both of his offensive tackles, and Jalen Waddle was hurt that game as well. They did a good job against Tom Brady, but that team he was missing his right tackle, and that team was bagged up, and they're not good. They got eviscerated by Atlanta when they were hurt. They got eviscerated by Kansas City. They really haven't been tested, and I was talking about that the last few weeks. They still haven't been tested, and yet they gave up 23 points to Seattle, 34 points to the Raiders. And I think what we're seeing is Nick Bosa is a great player. And he's surprisingly consistent. I mean, he gets like a sack every game, but in those rare games when he doesn't get a sack, the defense doesn't look so great. It seems like they go as he goes. And today he didn't do much. He was in and out of the game. He was on a pitch count. He didn't get any sacks. And the defense looked ordinary. Greenlaw, Warner, Treverius, well, they looked okay. Treverius Ward looked awful. The whole defense looked really mediocre. So if they want to prove they're number one offense, they're going to have to prove it down the stretch. And so not just them making, mediocre quarterbacks look better than they are, but what about these wide? How do they match up with quality wide receivers? Quality receivers at any position. I mean, if Treverius Ward was supposed to be their ace, right? He was following DK Metcalf all over the field. We'll shadow him. We'll take away DK Metcalf. Metcalf destroyed him. 130-something yards and 2 touchdowns. So what's going to happen if they face Justin Jefferson next week? Justin Jefferson is better than DK Metcalf. Are you going to just put Treverius Ward on him all game and say he's going to shut him down? Because what if he doesn't? And then if they get by Justin Jefferson, then the next week, most likely they'd have Philly, who has A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. So, and then in the Super Bowl, it could be Stephon Diggs. It could be Travis Kelce. It could be Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. The wide receivers are going to keep coming. The Niners haven't faced high-powered offenses like this very much this season. And I guess we'll see if the defense is overrated, because right now, I mean, I didn't like the way they played at all. Treverius Ward had one of the worst games I've ever seen. I mean, he just got burned left and right and lost all confidence. Then Jimmy Ward had that bad penalty. Yeah, I mean, the Niners looked surprised on defense, like they thought Seattle would just roll over. They acted like Seattle would be intimidated by them, but they weren't. And I don't think teams are intimidated by the Niners defense anymore. If you turn on the tape and you watch Jared Stidham and the Las Vegas Raiders put up 34 on this defense, you're not going to be intimidated by him. Maybe teams were. Tua looked intimidated 2 months ago. He looked flat out scared by the Niners defense, but Geno wasn't scared, and he's not even good. Seahawks weren't scared. They're just not good. Mahomes definitely won't be scared. When Mahomes watches Stidham and Geno Smith complete those passes down the field, he's going to be like, oh, I can do that. I did do that. Josh Allen, too. So, I don't know. I feel like this Niners defense is giving other teams a lot of confidence right now. Teams with better quarterbacks than Geno Smith, which is like every freaking playoff team left. Most of them. At least the ones that the Niners might face. So, maybe they're not overrated, but they need to prove that.